Drew.
And I'm Andrew.
And we're going to talk about sex.
So for a bit of housekeeping, our website is divided in two sections. To the right of us, your left, is going to be where all the additional information that you won't find in our video presentation will be located.
And below us will be our references.
So we're going to be presenting on Chapter 6, Adolescent Sexuality. We'll be covering how adolescent sexuality is a normal part of adolescent development, covering sexual literacy, also sources of sex information,
Cognitive factors, and then, to top it off, sex education in schools.
So, to wrap it up, I hope you enjoy the rest of our videos, and have fun. Bye. So, first topic, a normal aspect of adolescent development. We're going to talk about how adolescent sexuality is a normal part of adolescent development. According to our textbook, it is often stereotyped, and what often is focused on is the negative aspect of adolescent sexuality. However, the majority of adolescents have a healthy sexual attitude and engage in sexual behaviors that in no way compromise their sexual attitudes and their journey through adolescence. In addition to that, talking about adolescent sexuality is really tying into the entire textbook in and of itself. For instance, biological changes are discussed in Chapter 2. Egocentrism is discussed in Chapter 3. That's important because it leads to a discussion on adolescent risk-taking, which sexuality is a part of. Sexual identity as a part of a personal identity was discussed in Chapter 4. Also, sexual dimorphism and the increase in sex drive is discussed in Chapter 5. The link between adolescent sexual problems and parental-adolescent relationships is discussed in Chapter 8. Peers, siblings, friends, and how they become a channel of communication for discussing sexuality is also reviewed in Chapter 9. The school's role in adolescent sexuality will be also discussed in terms of sex ed in this chapter, is also discussed more in depth in Chapter 10. And then how sexuality is expressed across cultures, different cultures, is discussed in Chapter 12. So you can already see that talking about adolescent sexuality is really talking about adolescence.
The teens? No, I don't.
Why?
Why? Because I feel like they just are who they are, and they don't really, I don't know. They are who they are, they don't really force anything on one another. And I have no idea, honestly.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. I think people assume they're probably doing it more than they are.
Yes, I feel like they're assumed to be uneducated, when really I feel like in today's world they have a lot of education and a lot of opportunity to learn, so they have more knowledge than they think they have.
Yes, I do.
Why is that?
Because teens tend to post it on Facebook, Twitter, and try and express themselves, which is a reason why they get a bad name.
I do, because I think that, especially boys, that they're too sexual and that they want too much sex, and I mean, it's normal, it's their hormones, right? So there's nothing you can do about it.
Hi, I'm going to talk further about sexual literacy. That's where teens and adolescents understand their own sexuality. According to our textbook, Americans actually know more about their cars than their bodies and how it works sexually, which is very surprising. We know that there's tons of sexual messages everywhere, especially in the media. We have footage of our friends and peers talking about sex.
Do I think, who do I talk about it now?
Yeah.
Nobody?
Nobody? You keep it all inside?
Yeah.
A couple of, like, just really close friends. Probably, like, in regards to, I don't really have any questions. I don't really talk about it too often, but if I'm going to talk about sex, it would be with my best friend?
Friends and family.
Great.
Friends, I would say, the most out of anyone.
My kids.
Anybody else? About your own sexuality, say?
Maybe my husband. Yeah, that's all. Nobody else.
Probably close friends.
My friends, my boyfriend.
If you have a question, we have them talking about the different terms they know for sex.
Sex. Punani? I think punani is a sexual reference. Derogatory, like,
Go ahead, yeah. Let them go.
I'm not too comfortable with, I don't know, like if you're fucking.
Good.
What is the Mile High Club?
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be
Fuck.
That's one.
Do it. Fool around. Hook up. Canoodle. Is that one? Just kidding. I don't know. That's all that I see.
That's the most we've gotten so far.
Where did you learn them?
Peers, TV, movies, shows, pretty much.
That's an okay pass. I'm too old. That's much too embarrassing.
Where did you learn them?
From my kids.
Are you talking about like homophobia terms?
Or like
just
doing it, or
like
Yeah.
doing it, effing, getting it in
Where did you learn them?
from friends.
Who do you talk to?
Banging, fucking, screwing. I don't know. I don't really. I call it sex. So,
Where did you learn them?
school mostly, friends, boys.
Boys.
Making love, I guess. I don't know.
Any other?
No.
That's fine. Where did you learn them from?
School, my parents.
Good.
We also know that unfortunately our sex education teachers can be ignorant as well. So teens often have to turn to other places and information for their sex ed.